Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroader. Is Steam still king? Well, number 5000 thinks so. So I bought a big old steamer. Thought it was about time. We had some big steam on here. Several people have been asking throughout the series. So I bought this guy, and this is, before I say the wrong thing, it is the Santa Fe. The F71 wasn't too pricey. 71,000 pounds of tractive effort. So today we're going to run this over to the coal mine and we're going to bring back a string of coal cars. That's the plan. But before we do that, we need to get this thing fueled up. It's just got the, I think it's just got the default. Yeah, whatever it came with. It's about half full-ish. And I also need to turn it around. So let's get that done. Gotta remember how to play Railroader. It's been a few days. Okay, we'll just run through the steam. Ah, smell that oily steam. We need some smell-o-vision. It's a very unique smell, like hot, wet steam with oil in it. My dad had steam engines, so I can still smell that from my childhood. All right, which track do we need to line up with? Probably that first one. I forgot to look and see what my back end was on. Well, that would work, but the one it's supposed to be on is the next one over. Yeah, I think it's that one. All right, so I'm going to cheat and hop back in the cab this way. There we go. We're good. I have no idea what whistle that is. Some of you will know. I would have to go look over here. Equipment. Customize. It is the Southern Long Bell 3 chime. There you go. In case you were wondering. That's what she be. Oh, we get some headlights on. We have a backlight? We do have a backlight. Our backlight on. Oh, and we should pay attention to where we're going because I need to stop. That lowered down, and we can just ease on back here. A little bell up front too. There we go. And then, do we have a big old water hatch? We got 3 water hatches. Look at that. Alrighty, there she is, taking on coal. We'll get this thing filled up, and we're going to head on down towards the interchange yard. I've got some train there ready to pick up. So I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, we're hooked onto the coal cars. We need to back up. There's a little more of a train back there that we need to grab. I was switching this and getting it all set up with the little switcher, SW1. I'm letting Al drive now. He's still a better engineer than I am. Old Albert Inman, or AI as we call him. Pretty good engineer. When he listens to you. So we got all these cars here. It looks like 22 cars for Robinson Gap. And I've got some full cars out there from yesterday. I actually left them out there. To bring back a big train with the steamer. That was the plan for today. So I'm going to have to move those. They're hooked onto the diesel. I have to move those before we get out there, but I can do that while this is on the way. And then if I remember right, the rest of the stuff is local. Yeah, the rest of the stuff will just run with the local. Think, well, should we tack those on? We could drop them off at this train if we stick them on the end. Tempting. Maybe we should, yeah, let's do that. We'll just take everything over with the big steamer. And then we'll bring back, the second half of the video will be bringing back the big coal train. So I've got a lot of work to do between those segments of the video. In fact, I might not even record it on the same day. We'll see how it goes. But for you guys, it'll just be one big contiguous video. So we're going to switch to yard mode. Let them come on back. And let's see, are you 183? You're on manual. Good deal. So that means I can get rid of this flare. Alright, sounds like we got a good couple there. Okay, Al. Bring her on back. A ways. So that's for Ella. Yeah, I think it makes sense to grab those. And then we'll grab the rest of these. That's the plan. Alright, is he moving? He is not moving. Is he pumping air? Oh, he's still pumping air. Here he comes. Go on back, sir. I'll actually hop out on the ground here. And we'll have a little look-see. Old number 5000 rolls by in all its steam belching glory. And I'll see you when we're headed out. Alrighty, folks. We got 48 cars total, 1,691 tons. Let's get this show on the road. I don't think I have a green signal. I'll have to set that up. I don't care. Let's watch this steam leave. It takes just a little bit to get those brakes released. Alright, I did the best I could with the tracking shot with the mouse and a shaky hand. We're going to head on down the line, and it is early, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of other daily railroad tasks. And this evening, we'll be headed back this way with old number 5000 on the head end of a big old coal train. That's the plan. So I will see y'all in a jump cut for you. Probably a couple, 3 hours worth of work for me. Well, it's not evening time yet, but I thought this might be interesting enough that some of you would want to watch it. I've got the number 3 here coming back with the log train. Just left the Connolly branch. And I'm in the dispatcher, so if I pop over here. You see we've got an occupied block because that switch is thrown. The steam engine's just coming through Barker's. So we got some time yet. We're going to get this cleaned up. Then he heads in there. We're going to get this cleaned up. Now we should still have an occupied block. Yeah, it's still showing that block occupied. And that's because I have the trains running into each other. So I've got the steam train routed into the yard here at East Whittier because we're going to drop some cars off the back of the train. So the switch is still going to make the signal show as occupied. He's coming in. Let me get him headed into the sawmill here. I've got so much going on. It's amazing I can even keep up with it. My little brain is in overdrive. And then you saw their 9670 is holding at a stop signal. So let's go out there and see what's going on over to Larka. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we've got the passenger train coming up from Larka. Getting ready to stop at Larka Junction West, I think it is. Larka Junction East, my bad. We've got the coal train. What's going to be part of it is holding at that stop signal for the passenger train to go on ahead. See, I've got so many coal cars already that I can't even fit. So my plan is to take the coal train down to the passing siding at Hemingway. I think it's long enough. And I was going to hold it there. I don't think it'll even fit in here and leave room to get access to that yard. So I'm trying to build a giant train. Maybe I'd be better off just backing it up. That might be a better option. I'm not sure it's going to fit at Hemingway. So this is a manual switch. I'm going to go ahead and throw that. Then if I hop on the orders for 9670 here, I'm just tell him to reverse. And then how far back is the question. Basically just need him to clear the switch because we're pushing empties up there and then coming back out. I need to turn the engine on the Y. We got a lot to do. It's going to be fun. Let me throw a fusee down here at this marker. And that, in theory, will be enough room for that coal train to fit in. So this is the kind of shenanigans I'm doing behind the scenes to get it set up for this coal train. So these are all the loads from yesterday and overnight and a little bit this morning. And then we're going to be bringing more empties up today with the steam engine, that's on its way. And then some of those will get loaded towards evening time. And then evening time, we're going to take all the loads, hook onto this train too. Probably grab these cars that all need to go back to Silva. I actually had to route the passenger train around that because these are the leftover box cars from doing the signals. So yeah, we've got all that going on. And you can see here the dispatch board. We got it all the way from Brooks to Silva now. So there's a lot going on. And I've got these all set up so the passenger train can run over. And right now I've got them set up to meet at Governor's Island. That might change. We'll distract the progress of the passenger train is heading eastbound. The steam train, freight train is heading westbound. I'll get them meet and crossed and all that good stuff. Get the train assembled and we'll continue the video there. Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroader. I know for you guys it's just been a quick edit. For me it's been, I think, 2 or 3 days and many hours of operating the railroad. But we're getting the coal train assembled over here finally. It's just after 6 o'clock here. You can see in-game. Still the same in-game day. I've got the diesels here with part of the train. And I almost made a mistake. I forgot this was a big grade down. So it's going to take some oomph to pull this train back up out of here. Can I get on the rail here? That's 1.2 here. It's 2%, not too far back on the train there. So we're going to pull them up in a bit and then tack them onto the end of the steam train. But we got quite a bit going on here in the evening. The passenger train, I think it just arrived. Yeah, it's down at Cochrane, just down the branch there. So we're going to have to wait for it to come through before we grab the rest of our train. One thing I've noticed, I've got Robinson Gap coal at tier 5. And it can't process all the cars we bring it. So we're eventually going to fill up the receiving tracks. It doesn't run through all the cars. So that's a little bit of a problem. I need to hop over on the Railroader Discord and see if that's been reported. So I may end up having to downgrade that at some point. Alright, passenger train has left Cochrane. And if my voice sounds a little different than it did earlier in the video, it's, like I said, it's been a couple days. And allergy season is in full swing here in St. Louis, the allergy capital of the nation. Pollen is thick. I have to run my windshield wipers anytime I get in the truck. The pollen is so thick. And yeah, it's making the voice a little rough. Are you going to stop there, buddy? AI still has trouble with grades. See, it's drifting backwards now. I don't know why it takes off the brakes. It's just, its logic is messed up. So it's going to sit here and bounce. So we're going to put that on manual. We're going to give it some train brake. And we're going to lock on the independent. That way it'll sit there and not bounce up and down. So the plan is, let the passenger train through. I'm going to cut this engine off. We're going to fill it with water because it holds 10,000 gallons of water and we use like half of that getting over here. So we need some more water. We're still doing good on coal. So we're going to top it off with water. We're going to grab this cut, which is heading to Silva. We're going to tack that onto here. I'm going to use the diesels to pull that cut up to here. And cut the diesels off and stick them over in the yard. And then we'll get the big steamer on the whole train, and then we'll see if we can make it to Silva. It's going to be somewhere upwards, I think, of like 3,500 tons, so I'm not sure we're going to make it. We'll just have to see. We might have to come rescue it. But I'm going to let the passenger train chug along. And get the map in the right spot here. Oh, it's actually coming around the corner. But it's going to stop here, and it'll take some time. So I'm going to put another cut in here, and I'll see you on the other side. Trying to get a spot here where you can see there's a lot of trees around. The old GP9s are going to lean into it. Try not to burn up anything. And they're going to grunt this train on out of here. We'll get up here to the signal while the passenger train is loading. Yeah, that's a pull. It's a pull right there. 2,800 tons and 1 to 2% grade. If we didn't have the 2 diesels on that, I'd have been stuck. So, actually, it's going to be closer, I think, to 4,000 tons. I forgot how heavy this cut was. So, yeah. I'm not sure old Steamy's going to make it. I know there's some decent grades over there around Governor's Island. And let's see. Is there a grade coming out of here, or is this fairly level? I was thinking there was a little bit of a grade here. That's just 0.5. I get asked a lot, how do you see the grade? You hold shift and the question mark button. And then if you're close enough to the track, and the wind's blowing just right, there we go. You can hover your mouse over the track and you can see the grade and degree of curvature. We'll see how it goes. We might be bringing the Jeeps over to rescue it. There, we just got paid for Appalachia Junction Station. So it should be headed out here before too long. Got this cut heading this way. They'll stop for the signal. Just about ready to cut this guy loose. We say passenger train, you gonna get on out of here? What do I have that set to? Features? 2 minutes. Yep, so it should be headed out of here soon. There we go. We got steam and diesel. One shot. There he goes. Alrighty, he's on his way. Let's get some water. Swing that over. Your UI back on. Let's tie handbrakes on at least a couple of these. Cut her loose, and let's see, it's good old number 5000 back. Stop for a switch line against us. Yes, indeed. Here you go. You're a long one, but come up to about here and we'll fine tune it. So this video is probably going to be long enough. I won't make you sit through the watering process. This thing is thirsty. It's going to take a little over 5,000 gallons to fill it up. So I'm going to get that filled up. We're going to get the train put together, and then we'll head out, and we'll see how far we get. Well, I might have bit off more than I can chew. 4,388 tons. Yeah, I'm not sure this is going to happen. We're going to give it the old college try, though. And we'll see how it goes. It's going to have to pump a little bit of air. The passenger train's made it over to Bryson already, so it's humming right along. Shouldn't be in the way. We'll see if we can get this 4,400 tons moving. Right on cue. Well, it's moving. Confident whistle. It's got the drivers for it. See how small the drivers are? Comparatively. I'm pretty sure we can make it to Bryson because there's a little bit of a grade here, but it's mostly downhill. I'm just not sure about getting through like Governor's Island and then some of the further east stuff. I don't remember what the grades are like between Whittier and Silva. I'm not super used to that yet because I've just been letting the AI drive. So we'll see how we get along. I'll put some shots in here as we go. And we'll see if we can make it up the Governor's Island grade. Alright, good. The AI is leaving Bryson with the passenger train. Starting to slow a little bit here on the, I think it's 1% grade. You got to get right up next to it, yeah. We're heading into the grade over here near Governor's Island. Maintaining speed pretty good until we hit this. And I'm not sure we're going to make it up this. She's giving her all she's got, but that's 4,300 tons. We're a little lighter now. We've been burning off some water and coal. 4,332. Burn off 1,500 gallons of water nearly. We'll see how far we get. This video might end with me stuck on a grade. If I have to rescue it, that'll just be the end. We'll see how far we get. A little bit of a glitch there. I know it's early access. The smoke is not great. It's this little ball shooting out of the stack. Didn't think it used to do that. Maybe that changed. I thought it used to be a pretty good column. It could just be this loco as well. You can see it's 100%. I'm just going to assume he's got the timing right on the reverser there. Still grunting it out. Holding at a stop signal. Oh, really? Or you must be over east of Whittier. Yeah, I'll sort that out in a bit. We're below the sound threshold. Down to 10 miles an hour. I don't remember where the top of the grade is. Is it past this curve, I think? Yeah, it starts leveling out here. But most of the terrain is on that 1%. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, we're coming, well, I mean, we're still going to have half the train over the hump. This thing might just pull it off with the power of steam. The thing with steam, you got full torque all the way down to 0 RPM. Not dead yet. Oh, is it picking up speed? It went from 9.6 to 9.7, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's coming back up. We made it. We made it up that grade. Barely. She's a fighting. Little Santa Fe. I think it's 71,000 pounds of tractive effort, something like that. She is just grinding it out. 10 miles an hour. Well done, old 5,000. Well done. Well, we'll watch it here for a bit, and then I'm going to let it run, and we'll see how it does from Whittier to Silva. With a train like this, you can really find the grades. I didn't realize there was really that much of a grade here. Just coming up on the curve into Whittier. Only about 0.6, but with 4,400 tons and one engine, you really start feeling it. I can immediately tell the tone change. It's like it levels off a bit on the engine. So we're still chugging away. I don't expect any big problems until somewhere over in here. I think there's some decent grades. We shall see. I messed up. Forgot I had number 3 out on the main there at East Whittier, so everything got all backed up and lost all my momentum with the big freight, but we're getting back up to speed. I went ahead and put the passenger train in the siding at Thomas Valley so we can get around it. Because it's going to be stopping at stations. I don't want to slow this thing down. So I flubbed up. I should have checked all the track out ahead, and I didn't. Forgot old number 3 was sitting down there waiting to get back into the East Whittier yard. So far so good, other than conductor failures. Or dispatcher failures. Something along there. It's all my fault, regardless. So I don't think we're going to have any troubles. The train is rocking right along. We're at the Barker's Pulpwood Spur. Gonna watch her roll by, but looks like we made it. The only real problem was that Governor's Island. I think the big grades are going the other direction over on this part of the railroad. No troubles noted, other than it took a little bit to get up to speed after I messed things up and had to stop. That'll be it for this video. We're going to let her roll on by. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.